Notorious prison walls, cold, unforgiving steel. For Bobby Storey, they represented a stolen future. But within those very walls, a plan ignited, a daring escape that would rewrite history. This isn't just a story of breaking free. It's a testament to the unwavering human spirit, a gamble against impossible odds. Bobby Storey was a prominent member of the Irish Republican Army, IRA, a paramilitary organization that sought to end British rule in Northern Ireland and reunify Ireland. Born in Belfast in 1956, Storey grew up in a period marked by intense sectarian conflict known as the Troubles. This era, spanning from the late 1960s to the 1998 Good Friday Agreement, was characterized by violent clashes between nationalist/Republican and unionist/loyalist factions, along with extensive military and police operations. Storey joined the IRA as a young man, driven by a deep commitment to the Republican cause. He quickly rose through the ranks, becoming involved in various operations, including bombings, shootings, and intelligence gathering. Storey was known for his organizational skills and unwavering dedication, traits that earned him a senior position within the IRA. In 1981, Bobby Storey was captured by British security forces during an operation targeting high-ranking IRA members. He was convicted of several offenses, including conspiracy to cause explosions and possession of firearms. These charges stemmed from his involvement in planning and executing attacks against British military and police targets. Storey was sentenced to life imprisonment and incarcerated in the Maze Prison, also known as Long Kesh, a high-security facility located southwest of Belfast. The Maze Prison was notorious for housing paramilitary prisoners from both sides of the conflict. It was a symbol of the British government's efforts to contain the violence and dismantle the paramilitary organizations. The prison was divided into H blocks, with each block housing prisoners from different factions. This arrangement often led to tensions and clashes between inmates and prison authorities. The escape from Maze Prison, known as the Great Escape, was meticulously planned over several months and involved an elaborate network of IRA operatives both inside and outside the prison. Gathering detailed intelligence about the prison's layout, security measures, and daily routines was crucial for planning the escape. Storey and his fellow inmates conducted extensive reconnaissance, noting guard shifts, patrol routes, and the location of security cameras. They also communicated with IRA members outside the prison, who provided additional intelligence and support. The escape plan required the cooperation of numerous IRA members both inside and outside the prison. Within the prison, Storey coordinated with other IRA inmates to form an escape committee. This group was responsible for planning the operation, securing necessary materials, and coordinating their actions on the day of the escape. Outside the prison, IRA operatives were tasked with facilitating the escape, providing getaway vehicles, and arranging safe houses. Over several months, the escape committee smuggled various tools and resources into the prison. These included wire cutters, improvised weapons, fake identification cards, and civilian clothing. The smuggling operation was complex, involving visits from sympathetic individuals, bribing or deceiving prison staff, and exploiting weaknesses in the prison's security protocols. The escape from Maze Prison took place on September 25, 1983, and was one of the most dramatic and successful prison breaks in history. A total of 38 IRA prisoners, including Bobby Storey, managed to escape, dealing a significant blow to British authorities. On the day of the escape, the prisoners initiated their plan with military precision. A group of inmates overpowered a prison officer and seized his keys, gaining access to the H block control room. There, they took several officers hostage and used the control room's communication system to create confusion and delay any coordinated response. Meanwhile, other inmates cut through the perimeter fences using wire cutters that had been smuggled into the prison. The escapees moved quickly and quietly, using the chaos created by the takeover of the control room to their advantage. They donned civilian clothing to blend in and avoid immediate detection. The final obstacle was the prison's perimeter wall, which was heavily guarded and equipped with watchtowers. The escapees used ladders constructed from materials smuggled into the prison over several months. Timing was critical, as the ladders had to be deployed and climbed before the guards in the watchtowers could react effectively. The escapees coordinated their movements carefully, ensuring that they reached the wall at a time when guard patrols were minimal. Despite the high risk, they managed to scale the wall and reach the outside of the prison complex. Outside the prison walls, several vehicles were waiting to transport the escapees to safe locations. These vehicles were driven by IRA operatives who had meticulously planned their routes to avoid police roadblocks and surveillance. The escapees were quickly dispersed to various safe houses, where they would remain hidden until it was safe to relocate them. The escape from Mays prison was a significant embarrassment for the British government and a major propaganda victory for the IRA. It demonstrated the IRA's organizational capabilities and their determination to continue their struggle despite intense security measures. In the immediate aftermath of the escape, British security forces launched a massive manhunt to recapture the fugitives. This operation involved extensive intelligence gathering, including monitoring known IRA safe houses, intercepting communications, and deploying informants within the Republican community. The authorities also offered substantial rewards for information leading to the capture of the escapees. Given the potential for some escapees to flee to other countries, British authorities sought assistance from international law enforcement agencies, including Interpol. This collaboration aimed to prevent the escapees from finding refuge abroad and to facilitate their capture if they crossed borders. Despite the intensive manhunt, many of the escapees managed to evade capture for extended periods. Some were recaptured within days or weeks, while others remained at large for years. Bobby Storey was among those who successfully eluded capture for a significant time. His ability to avoid recapture highlighted the IRA's extensive support network and the difficulty of dismantling such a well-organized and determined group. In response to the escape, the British government implemented a series of measures to enhance prison security and prevent similar incidents in the future. These measures included stricter surveillance, improved perimeter defenses, and more rigorous screening of prison staff and visitors. The escape also led to an overhaul of the procedures for handling high-risk prisoners, with an emphasis on preventing the formation of organized escape plans. Bobby Storey remained a prominent figure within the Republican movement after the escape. He continued to be involved in IRA activities and later played a significant role in Sinn Féin, the political wing of the Republican movement. Storey's life was marked by his unwavering commitment to the cause of Irish republicanism, and he became a respected leader within the movement. Storey remained active in promoting the Republican cause and was involved in various political and community initiatives aimed at advancing the goals of the movement. He was known for his eloquence and his ability to articulate the aspirations of the Republican community. Storey's contributions to the peace process and his efforts to support former prisoners and their families were widely recognized. Bobby Storey's audacious escape from Mays prison shattered the illusion of its invincibility. But did freedom come at a cost? Hit that like button and subscribe for more heart-pounding escapes, because on this channel, history never gets old.